Hey guys, today on Apron Good Cooking, we are going to be making cupcakes. Now, these are the things you're going to need. You're going to need white cake mix. It doesn't matter what kind. I'm using box cake right now because it's so much easier and quicker and tastier. Well, not tastier, but it's better, I guess. You're going to need I got 2 boxes, because depending on how many cupcakes you make. You're going to need 2 boxes of white cake mix. Make sure it's the white one, because if you use vanilla or yellow, the colors won't be as bright and as good as you want them. You're going to need 6 egg whites. You don't want to use the yellows because then it's going to turn the white cake mix yellow. You're going to need some kind of beater or whisk. Like, you can either choose. I'm using an electric beater because I'm lazy, but you can also use a whisk. You're going to need, I'm using Airhead Extremes, but any candies that look like these that are rainbows, you're going to need that. You're going to need dye. Preferably get, like, I guess the liquid one, because I feel like it's easier to figure out what color you want with the liquid one. You're going to need vegetable oil. You're going to need baking cups, because we're making cupcakes. You're going to need a cupcake baking pan. You're going to need measuring cups. And you're also going to need icing. I use rich and creamy for everything, because it's easier to remember. Like, when you're like making cakes with fondant, you also need rich and creamy, except for whipped, because then it gets smoother with rich and creamy. So, you know, just use that. And yeah, I guess let's get started. Okay, did I say your big bowl? Because you're gonna need one of these. A big mixing bowl. So, you're gonna open this up and pour that all in. Now you're going to want to add, you're going to need water too, so you're going to need a measuring cup. I totally forgot, I'm sorry. But you're going to need a measuring cup. And since I'm making 2, you're going to need 2.5 cups of water. But if you're just making 1, you're just going to need 1 1/4. For the egg whites, since you don't want the yellows, you just want to crack the egg open. And you want everything but the yolk to fall. So you're going to do this like side thing, I call it. You basically don't want the egg yolk to fall, but you want all the egg whites out of it. And you're going to need 6 egg whites because, well, depending on if you're making 2 boxes, you're going to need 6. But if you're just making 1, then you're just going to need 3. Okay, now you guys, we're going to add the water and the vegetable oil. You're going to need 2/3. No, yeah, 2/3, my fault. Vegetable oil. Do I have 2/3 cup? Oh, I do. Well, I have a 1/3. One, 2. Okay, 2/3 of vegetable oil. I'm done with the vegetable oil. And now you're going to want to set up your mixer. And you want to, well, when I mix, I always put it on a tilt, like this. Okay, so you want it to mix for 30 seconds, or until it looks visually smooth to you. I just like to wait and make this like drip out. So that's just the easiest way to work with that. Drip, drip, drip. And then you're going to want to picture your sit down because you're not going to need that anymore. So you can put that away. So now we have our cupcake mix mixed up and such. And now I'm not sure how I want to dye this yet. I'm thinking rainbow because rainbow is fun. But at the same time, I just kind of want to just add like a quick color because the rainbow cupcakes would take forever. So I'm thinking perhaps a little bright yellow cupcake. And then we put the rainbow on top. So when mixing in colors, you want to use something that like this. Like something you can move the cake batter up easily with. And that will be easy for you to also move around, like mix and stuff. Getting a bright yellow color out of this. That's what I want. So you want bright, pretty colors. But you also want really light colors when baking these cupcakes. So, in case you can't see that, it's like a really pastel, bright yellow color. I am done with this part. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do this. Try to keep my hand out of the cake batter. So I guess I'm going to use like a 1/4 of a cup. So that seems like cupcake size, I guess. So you're going to preheat your oven to 350. If you have an oven like I have an oven, it's the first one that comes up. Electric oven. So, yeah. You just want to take this and you want to dip it in. And get it, I guess, pulled all the way up. Let all the drippings fall and such. All of it. Okay. Then you just want to pour it inside the cupcake tin. Okay, so this is my finished product. Oh my god, I've done it so fast! Now you're going to put this in the oven for 18 to 23 minutes. You're also going to want a toothpick to check to make sure the cupcakes are done. Okay, so for the icing, you're going to separate half into a bowl, and you're going to put half into a sandwich bag. This is so much easier than buying professional icing bags. Then you want to, for the sandwich bag, you're going to basically push it down to one corner. I can seal this up. Make sure it doesn't get everywhere. And you're going to push it down to one corner. Like this. And then you're going to flippity flop it like this. And you're going to tie something on the end so it'll stay. So you do want it to stay. And that's how you want this to stay. And if you want, I'm putting a tip on the bottom line. Or I might not even do that. I might just like cut this a small little tip, but to make it easier to like put the, because we're making clouds. So to put the cloud. Then you also want to get your glue guy out. And you're going to, I would say start off with like 2 drops. And then mix it in. Shush, Taco. I'm recording. And see how blue that is? If that's your perfect blue, like right now, I think this is like my perfect blue. And mix it all. Yeah, that's my perfect blue. So you want a really sky blue color. But all the colors I'm using are really like light and fluffy colors, I like to call them. Hey you guys, after you've let your cupcakes cool, they should be cool with like touch and such. You can start decorating. Now what you're going to need is, we've already had this for the clouds. You're also going to need scissors. Wrong side of the table. Scissors. You're going to need a sharp knife. And you're going to need another sandwich baggie for the other icing, the blue one. So let's do that. That's the blue icing. And then you want to take your pack of Airhead Extremes and you want to open it. You also want like a little butter knife or something. It's like something simple to spread the blue icing. Because you don't want the blue icing to look like really like big and such. And then choose whichever cupcake you want to start with. I want to start with this one. I don't know why. It's like really flat on top. I just really want to start with that. I'm going to open this. Originally I was going to cut it with scissors, but I feel like it's more sanitary to just cut it with a knife. And you want about, I don't know, I want to say this like an inch and a half of each rainbow. You cut those, you want to move them out of the way. And now we're going to icing. Okay, so you're going to take your blue frosting, and you're going to take your scissors that I said you needed in the beginning of the video. Well, not the beginning, but like 3 seconds ago. And you're going to tip off the bag. And clean. A professional. I'm just joking, I'm not a professional at all. And you're going to icing your cupcake. And then you're going to take your little butter knife. And you just want to spread the icing everywhere. That you see like your little yellow cupcake. I'm going to actually get sharper scissors. Okay, so now that I have my normal scissors that I use, you're going to cut a little bit off the end, not as much as you cut off for the other one. This is a woman has to do to get sharp scissors in this home. And you're going to take it on both sides of the cupcake. And you're going to make this one, it's going to be actually above. So it's going to sit up high. Then you want to take one of your little rainbow strips and you're going to put it on one side of the cupcake like this. And you're going to put it on the other side of the cupcake like this. There we go. And that's how it's going to look on then. You can add more icing to the sides if you want. I think I'm going to do that for the rest of them. And then that's one. These are one. Okay, so this is my finished product. Actually, these are all my rainbows, and they turned out to look so awesomely awesome. And then also, I ran out of rainbows, like little rainbows. So I made like more. So I made like little clouds. And these over here are like little suns, and they have like little smiley faces, and I spiked them out. It's the basics, like the still basic thing for the clouds, except for I just added like 3 drops of yellow for the suns to make them like that bright little yellowy color. Okay, so this is Apron Good Cooking. See you Thursday!